New sellers who sell Pokemon and Magic fall for this trap and they don't see it until it's too late. My name's Jesse. I own Happy Tiger Gaming where I sell cardboard. If you click on TCG Club up here and sign up for the club by putting your email address in, you get notified when I have Phantasmal Flames for under MSRP. So do that. Anyway, this is the trap that new sellers end up falling into. No matter how good or bad you are at selling TCG, some sets just suck. So some sets are going to flop. Every set you sell is a gamble. Some sets are not going to do as good as others. So new sellers will fall into this trap of they'll sell cards and then they'll wait for the next set. If your entire selling strategy involves waiting until the next set is out and flipping it and hoping for a huge profit like we've been seeing, then I'm just going to tell it to you straight. Your ceiling is going to be that next release. And if that's your ceiling, then your floor is probably a lot lower than you think it is. Let's walk it out a bit. So Magic the Gathering has a new set coming out. Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's going to come out in 1 month. So when the new set drops, everybody's going to grab all of the allocation they have, all of the allocation they can get, and they're going to focus on undercutting people on TCG Player for 1 penny. Oh, you already see that in the pre-orders. 560.78, 560.77, 560.85. They're already going pennies down on the pre-orders. These people are going to make a few $100s. And if they're good enough with their time, they make a few grand. The set comes out and that's when the big drop happens, and then you just get drip-fed product over and over. But most of the money's made when the set comes out, and people just end up speculating. It's like, okay, the easy money's gone, so now what do? We wait, we speculate, we wonder about the next set that's coming out and how much money we can make there. Their whole business model is waiting for the next set and hoping that the next set doesn't suck. You play the game of clearing your schedule out and like getting behind a computer 10 minutes before a drop, hoping to beat the bots, preparing different browsers, getting your phone ready. I've played that game too. And when I actually have a day off, and I remember, I still sometimes will play that game. So don't get me wrong, we all play that game. But that's not really a business as it is running on a treadmill. When you're running on a treadmill, you run as fast as you can and you still don't go anywhere. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. This is a Lord of the Rings Commander deck set. I wanted to increase my Magic the Gathering spend so that I could get more Magic the Gathering allocations, because everything that I knew about business, I knew Final Fantasy was going to blow up and I needed to increase my spend. So I bought as many of this as I could and sold it at a loss. I sold these as fast as I could at a loss, and I sold as much as I could just to increase my Magic the Gathering spend. So when Final Fantasy released, finally, I was able to pick up some of these and really turn a profit. And by the way, that's called opportunity cost for anybody wondering. Most people selling would have said, nah, this isn't profitable. We're not going to sell this. But because I did, then I had the upside, if that makes sense. I was basically burning money to build something called leverage, which is something in business where every move you make has more of an impact. Instead of running on a treadmill, now you're going somewhere for the same amount of effort. Somebody who's running on a treadmill really hard and somebody who's jogging kind of hard, not on a treadmill, the guy who's working less hard still moves farther. He has more leverage. This was an in-between play. This is how I moved my business between releases. I wasn't just thinking of the next set, hoping and praying. I was actually doing something for it. But the point of the play is that if your business only survives set to set to set to set, and that's the only time it makes money, is this is the set we're selling. Okay, now this is the set we're selling. You're just praying there's not a bad set, because then you just lose money. And when that happens, you don't really have a business. You have a dependency on good sets, and you know that's not going to last. So the people who end up winning in the trading card game space, the people who end up winning in the long run, are the people who can build between the hype cycles. So between good releases, when it's really quiet, nothing's going on, that's when the real work is done. Are you in some way building followers? Are you in some way building content? Are you running giveaways? Are you going live? Are you selling to customers even if it's just sleeves? Are you keeping your name out there? What is your strategy? What's going on here? Are you selling singles just for more reviews, just for more 5-star reviews? Are you building up TCG player sales? What's going on here? Because that's really the stuff you do in between also helps a lot. It stops you from failing. It makes your floor a little higher. So the ceiling is how good your business can get, and your floor is how bad your business can get. And if you look at it like a business, if you have a bunch of 5 stars, your business can only do so bad on its worst day, right? So there's things that protect you. And we need to build those things up, like having an email list or having followers on Instagram, things I'm bad at, you can get good at. And then you can even beat me, which shouldn't be hard if you work hard. But it's about between sets surviving, staying visible when nothing new is coming out. And whoever is most visible when nothing is happening, when all of the games are quiet, that's the person who's going to dominate as soon as the next set releases. So between sets, I like to make content. This is what I'm doing right now. Right now, I feel like it's an in-between phase. I'm making content. I'm getting my name out there. You heard my call to action. I said, buy from happytigergaming.com. I told you to do that at the beginning of this video, and I'm sure people signed up for the TCG Club because they like my pricing model. People are going to remember not what you sell, but how much you sold it for and how you sold it. And if all you are is a price, if you're like the gaming company, for example, being 1 cent cheaper than Elite Gaming TCG, that right there, if all you are is 1 penny cheaper, if all you are is a price, you can then be replaced by someone who decides to be cheaper than you. But if you become more than that, if you become a signal or a principal for people, then people will follow you across platforms to buy from you. And they might even follow you across different categories. They buy TCG from you. Now they might buy tabletop from you. Here's what I've seen in the years of me selling trading cards. The quick flippers will burn out the second there's not a set that's hype. They hit a dry spell, maybe 2 or 3 sets, and their business is done. They got to move on to Labubus or whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you just wanted to flip cards until they're not hot and you don't care what you're flipping, you just love flipping, that's fine. Think of yourself as not a flipper, but as a business. You get stuff. How much stuff can you get? You sell stuff. How much stuff can you sell? What's the profit margin in between? And between sets, what are you doing to build your business up? And if you think of it like that, now, what is your ceiling? What's stopping your business from going higher? Is your ceiling going to be how good Phantasmal Flames is? Is your ceiling going to be how good Avatar is? Is that going to be what dictates how much money you make next set? Is it going to be you just happening to be in Walmart when there's stock drop and for some reason the scalpers aren't there? Is that going to be what dictates how much money you make? Because you could still win that game, trust me. But between the sets, you can really build something that grows when there's not hype on the quiet days. Because I promise you, the people who are talking about investing on YouTube and the people who are showing off their profits, and you look at their YouTube channel and they haven't even been around a year, check in a year. And the people that remain, the people that can still make money when the market goes down a little bit, maybe they make even more money when the market goes down. Those people are not chasing the next set. They're not so worried about the next set as they are about building their own brand. Pokemon YouTubers are arguing about the price of Destined Rivals, and they're getting math wrong. But the people who invest in their own customers, they invest in their own name and their own brand, those are the people that they're going to learn to win when everybody else is losing. This was available for MSRP on the Pokemon Center website just a few months ago. It was the last product that was available on the Pokemon Center website before bots ate everything between releases. This was the last remaining product. This was right before the Prismatic Evolution drop. Everybody was so worried about Prismatic Evolutions. Meanwhile, almost nobody could get any. Now, what happens when a Shrouded Fable comes out? When a set comes out that doesn't skyrocket? What happens when this set comes out right here? What happens when Phantasmal Flames comes out? And I don't think it will with this set, obviously. This is my favorite set ever. But what will happen when this set comes out and all of a sudden the price tanks to MSRP? What happens then? Either you can build a business that dies with every release, or you can build a business that lives between them. You can only pick one. Because in the game of selling TCG, your ceiling is going to be the next release unless you outgrow it. I have a pre-order of the Crooked Moon Deluxe Box Core Set. This is a D&D product. It's $100 below MSRP. So I have some stuff that you can flip if you're a flipper, maybe on my website. But use caution. Who knows how the secondary market is going to react. If you go to my website, happytigergaming.com, click on TCG Club. That's where you give me your awesome email. And that's how you get notified when I get Phantasmal Flames for MSRP, below MSRP. Also subscribe to this channel, it means a lot.